oasis are richer in tradition, more steep in nostalgia than this old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy, the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes. And the scarlet and gray have this place rocking already. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. So the Illinois Fighting Illini offense will have the ball first. The Buckeyes obviously enjoyed the upper hand historically in this battle for the Illibuck.
And the Illibuck Trophy is actually the second oldest football trophy in the Big Ten. Only behind the Little Brown Jug, Palmer. So this is some serious tradition. I don't know what the trophy is. I don't know what it's supposed to look like. It looks like a turtle to me, but I don't know the significance. But this is a rivalry game.
It's a pretty cool-looking wooden turtle, I'll say that. And that's saying something, Pollock. How about that? A history lesson from you. Anyone that says that this football game's not educational, they just don't watch us enough.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Trying to find his man on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. Illinois lining up quickly. On the move, it's Willis. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
And it's incomplete. He was wild, high and wide on that one. This rivalry more than a century old with the Buckeyes dominating most of the time, guys.
And just think about that. All this time, these Ohio State and Illinois fans have been talking about and looking forward to this rivalry. To your point, absolutely. Ohio State, more often than not, has been on the winning side.
Fires into traffic, intercepted. He'll try to take it back. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
They'll throw it on first down. But he can't get away again, and down he goes, and the trickeration is not so tricky. That is the last thing you want on first down as an offensive sack. Now it's second down. And this senior quarterback a little too bold there, and he's lucky he didn't get picked off throwing into double coverage. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Going to try to get it himself. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down. The Buckeyes with the 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the big fella. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, to get down and don't take a big hit.
The give on the counter. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
3:25. The give and the run on 4th down. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
Man, on 4th and 2, I'm looking at my offensive line. I'm like, you've give me just a little slither. Great job by the offensive line, blocking up just enough to get the first down, running physically downhill. That's all you do.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on first down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a second down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all his ability on that TV.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Illinois offense returns to the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you've got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And they try the middle of the scout defense, and they rise to the challenge. The trophy that the Buckeyes and Illini play for, the Illabug, guys, is a giant wooden turret.
Imagine that, man. You're having to put your trophies in a water tank and feed it. It's probably the only trophy that ever had that ability. It's incredible. It was nurtured. Maybe a little bit different story now, dude. That is pretty cool history.
Yeah, and I guess you really only need one turtle every 100 years, so the trophy's not expensive. I guess you just got to take care of it, and every year you pass a living animal. That's why they changed it.
And that's really got to make this offensive coordinator feel good. Get a completion on a big third down early in the game, and that should give him a lot of confidence calling plays this game.
Illinois moving it quickly down the field. The give to the back. Couldn't find his way out of his grasp.
Defense is about firing off, getting the offensive guys and staying in their gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Safe completion on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
Now, on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you set yourself up in a tough position here on 3rd.
Blasted as he lets it go. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's cut.
And on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. So no room to run there, and you wonder after that loss on 1st down where they turn now.
Yeah, and that's why it's so important for the defense to win these first downs, right? You want to create negative plays to make this offense so much more predictable.
And the runner is down, and so is a flag. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Now on 2nd down. Little touch pass to the receiver. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this briefing.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The Buckeyes line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the football.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Henderson. Still on his feet. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
He's going to pass. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
There's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last two plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
Negative play on first down. That's what a defense always wants. From the gun, the running back has it. So much change of direction. He's down to the 23. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the third down pass is incomplete.
I tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. Third and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock him up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting it forth.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive.
You want to talk about leg talent? That kid just made that kick 40-plus yards into the wind. That's incredible.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
That last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive to get.
And the quarterback is snowed under.
A loss of 8 yards on the play. Second down.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's second and long. Coming after it. A little screen to the running back. Open space at the 25. And he's brought down after a huge completion. That last chunk play is one that'll really put a drive on the move. It's first and 10 from the 43. He's looking to throw it. He hurls one deep down the left side. He caught it, and he gets it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with a big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Illinois offense returns to the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. He's looking to to throw. And they got him for the sack. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man downfield. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. And that's a mistake you don't expect to see from a senior, and he is lucky to get it back.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. Going up against one of the best defenses in the country, you've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Fires to the right. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Oh, this receiver with his speed, he's a guy you know this QB is going to look for, especially on these deep shots. You just can't overthrow him when he's that wide open. That's a huge missed opportunity.
Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. And this kicker might be feeling it. He made one earlier, now from 49 yards out. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. South Carolina is on the wrong end of a one-sided affair today, and if you'll pardon the pun, the chickens are going to come home to roost this week in Columbia. They're trailing by 33 to Florida. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Got a lot of running room. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
When these offenses get in the rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the returner is stopped. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit, and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to have to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. They'll try to get the first through the air. Grab near the sticks. It's Willis. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play. First half in the books. Time down. Showing Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Illinois has it teed up, ready to start the 2nd half. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football to them.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the 2nd half.
That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Snyder. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. He sends 3 receivers right, maybe looking for man coverage on the left on 2nd and 5. From the gun, running back on the move. Tackled after picking up the 1st down.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just won't be punted. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
They'll throw it on first down. He'll try to do it himself. They finally corral him, and he turns that into a big gain and a first down.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. And the Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Pulls it in. It's Snyder. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
Well, he was licking his chops. As soon as he saw blitz, he knew some guy was trying to cover him man-to-man. Ain't going to happen. With his skill set, he's one of the best in the country, and that is just way too easy.
Moves around to clear up the vision. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the route is on. Buckeyes starting to pull away from this one, and Illinois is in trouble.
First of all, we all know Ohio State's the more talented team. Every time they play, Illinois knows that going into it. They need things to go right. Not everything going right in this rivalry game. The wheels are starting to come off on them.
Yeah, you're right, David. In this game, this is really Illinois' national championship. Ohio State's expected to win, but you're never sure what their headspace is going to be coming into it. They came in here locked and loaded and focused, and they're showing it here in the second half.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Looking left. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Pocket starts to collapse. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in this second half.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front. Your guys getting the push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line.
It's just simple. Simple first down run. Showing your physicality. Setting your offense up in a good spot.
What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Snowed under after a pickup of 2. They'll mark it at the 8. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They go to the ground. Touchdown, Ohio State! And the stomping has commenced.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. The Illinois offense returns to the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Fire into the right, complete. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Got him downfield. Oh, and the ball's out after that big play. And he was able to get back on top of it. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. He'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Running back searching for a hole.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Gonna run it. It's Willis. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the fourth quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit and throw the football around.
And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. They got him. It's a sack. And what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down.
They had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up. Run it. Do something. You can't take a sack on fourth down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for you.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. In that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
The play-action fake. Looking to buy time. He chucks one out to the right. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive. They come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now. And they're not backing off here in the fourth quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Operating in the red zone here on second down.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
The give to the tailback. Brought down after a 5-yard gain down to the 7.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to get home. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so third down becomes an easier down. It's not third and long right.
Touchdown Buckeyes! And the pummeling has started. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. You decided to go for it, you didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on it.
Hey, get him on the ground. Didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. He'll off one deep down the left side. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already got the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs. So it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback running game going. But moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
The pitch. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picked up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch? Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give as they work on that clock. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, the quarterback on that one put a lot of air under the ball. The problem is it gave the defender time to get his head around and locate it. And because of that, he was able to come away with the interception.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Ohio State. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory.
The quarterbacks in zone coverage, they have to see it, and they have to manipulate defenders, and they don't. You could tell the middle linebacker reading his eyes the whole way, breaks on the football, and then turns into an offensive player and takes it all the way back for a touchdown.
The Illinois offense returns to the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
Makes the catch. It's Hill. He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. Illinois coming out with a 1st and 10. They're going to throw it again. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over.
Number 13 in punt formation to kick it away.
Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. They bring him down strong. Effort.